Hello, my YouTube friend, Pop Comics here, and today we have a mega epic comic haul. I'm really excited to go through these comic books. There's stuff from the Big Apple Comic Con. There's a Heritage auction win I had. There's a couple of mystery boxes that were sent as gifts to me that I'm really excited to get through. I have no idea what's in them, so this is going to be fun. I have a trade with Thomas from Argentina. I'm really excited to go through that one. That one's like really exciting for me. Oh, and a Queen's Comic Party haul and a couple other things. All right, let's start going through them. First box we're going to go through is this box. This has been one of my top grails, I guess, for the last like year and a half, I would say. I've looked at a bunch of them, but they always fell kind of short of what I wanted. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to go for it this time. So this was on Heritage Auctions. I think I bid $905. I won it for $850, which I thought was a pretty good price. But after buyer premiums, after all the different additional costs that you pay, it cost me $1150, I believe, which might have been slightly higher than I wanted to pay. But let's look at the comic book, and I'll show you what's inside this box. All right. Okay, here we go. We have Conan the Barbarian, #1. It's a Very Fine Plus 8.5. Really happy to have it. It's a cream to off-white pages, so it's not as white as I've been looking for. Oh, and I still feel like I want a white copy, so I might eventually upgrade it. But I just decided I had to grab it because I feel like this issue is still very undervalued. It cost me $1,000 for 8.5. A lot of other Bronze Age major keys are worth so much more than that. I love Conan. I really wanted to get one. The price hasn't jumped in the last year or two, maybe just a little bit. So I figured before something happens that really pushes this issue, I just had to have one in my collection. Beautiful copy. And the one guy I saw who had an 8.5 similar cream to off-white pages during the Big Apple Con last month, he had his at $1,400. So I knew the price I bid was cheaper than I was seeing it at cons, maybe equal to what I would have paid if I bought it on eBay. But either way, I am just thrilled to finally have this in my collection. I have 2 or 3 more key issues I want to knock out from last year, and then I got to make a new list for this year. But yeah, really happy to get that. All right, let's go through this stack of comic books. These I bought at the Queen's Comic Party last month. I think I spent like $800 or $900 on everything. I'll remember once we go through it because I can kind of tell you what I paid for each one. And it was a lot of really fun stuff. All right, let's go through this stack. Okay, so the first person I bought from at the Queen's Comic Party was from Brian. He, so it was 3 comic books. We have Strange Academy #3, the Arthur Adams variant. Gorgeous comic book. Really love the artwork. Love Arthur Adams. I think this is kind of a rare comic book. So he had it marked at 25 on that one. And then he had the all-new Wolverine 1 in 20 variant. The character design version, which I think he had at 25 was a great price. And then he had the nice House on the Lake #1 first print signed by James Tynion. I think he had 30 on. Yeah, he had 30 on that one. So that was $80. And then there's one other book I bought for Jared. He didn't have cash on him, so I said I'd cover it because I was buying a bunch of stuff from him. So I bought that. So it was $100 total, and Brian gave me it for $80. So he took like 20% off. So this one would have been 20, that would have been 20, and this one would have been like 24. He gave them to me for a great price. I think they have very good potential value in all of them, and all comics I would want. Okay, and awesome. Then the next stack of stuff I bought was from Streetside Anthony. Let's see. I know I paid $400 for this first stack. It also included one comic book that was for Jared. I think it was a Flash comic book, a semi-key that was, like 20 or 30 bucks. But so anyway, let's add it up. So we have Journey into Mystery number 79. He had 100 on this one. I think it feels like it might have been trimmed just by the way that 79 looks, but it looks like the right width for a Silver Age comic book. I'll have to double check that, but he usually gives me a good price, so even if it is trimmed, I'm not upset about it because he just gave it to me for a good price. I'll tell you what that is in 1 minute. So that was 100. We have Flaming Carrots number 27. I just thought this was an amazing Todd McFarlane Ninja Turtle cover. Like, I don't know if he's ever drawn the Ninja Turtles. So I grabbed this one for Thomas because for the next trade, I have to start building up another stack of comics for him. I bought Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures number 36. I thought he might have needed this one. He didn't. So I'm just going to put this one into my collection. 25 was a little bit high on that one. But again, he gave me a big discount at the end. Flaming Carrot Comics #1. I bought this one for Thomas as well because this was on his want list. It has a little bit of wear on the spine and a little bit of foxing on it. So it's not like he wanted a higher grade, but he said he was okay with this one. I think this is like maybe a 6.5, maybe a 7. But he said he was okay with that condition. So that one was for Thomas. Oop. Let's pull these out. Then this beautiful Batman Adventures Continues #1 Peach Momoko cover, graded at 9.8. I just decided he had it marked out 100. I knew he would give me a little bit of a discount, so I decided to grab that one. And then he had Batman Adventures Continues #3. This one he had marked at 200, which I think is the right price. It's a Jae-Hong Lee cover. It's a Frankie's Comic variant, so it's kind of rare, but just a beautiful Batgirl cover. I'm a sucker for a beautiful Batgirl cover. And so yeah, just a Frankie's Comic Book. So I don't know, honestly, when it comes to stuff like this, I just didn't know if the price is right. I know sometimes he prices it a little bit high, but then he gives you a huge discount, so overall you're actually getting a really good price. So let's see, that was 1, 2, 3, 450, 450, 475, 575, plus the other one was like just over 600. And so I think he gave it to me for 400. So he took about a third off of the price of all these. So instead of $100, this was like 66. Instead of 200, this was like 140-ish. You know, instead of 125, this was like 80. You know, that kind of thing. So he did a decent price. It wasn't. Sometimes he gives me a bigger discount if it's just the raw books. I know the slab stuff is just a little bit more expensive and harder to do a discount on, but I was happy with that. I thought it was a great price. So then after I bought that, I was still in the mood to dig through his comic books. And Jared had to leave with Jerry. So I paid for that batch so he could leave with the comic books he wanted. And then I bought this stack. So Street Side Anthony had it at 80. It's a beautiful Sabine Rich cover. I knew I wanted it because I love her stuff. I knew this one was super rare. I just didn't know if I was confident in the price of 80. I asked him where he got it. He wasn't sure. We tried to find it. We couldn't find it sold. He said he would give it to me for 40, which was probably a decent price. You know, I wasn't confident in the price. So I was like, how about 30? And he's like, yeah, sure. So we did 30 on that one. And then, okay, so we'll just go as he had priced, and then I'll tell you the total price at the end. So that was $8. I just thought that was a really awesome cover. Love that cover. All New Ultimates #11. I believe it's the first appearance of this dude, but I bought it because it's a David Nakayama cover. He had that one marked at 12, which I think was a fair price. Strange Adventures #200, a gorgeous cover. That one he had it marked at 10. Alien Worlds #2, a Dave Stevens cover. You know, I'm always going to grab his stuff when I see it. That one was 12. Gru #1. This one is pretty nice, higher grade. It has a couple light spine ticks. He had it marked 60. I decided to grab it to replace the one that I sent to Thomas. I love this comic book, so I had to have another one. And then we have a female Anti-Venom Lee and Hugh cover. Don't know exactly what it is. He wrote 1K, so I'm assuming it's limited to 1,000. Beautiful cover, though. He had that one marked at 30. And then he had a whole bunch of these one per store Virgin variants. So this one is a Firefly cover, I believe. He had that one marked at 20. This one is a Wind cover, marked at 25. This was a Magic the Gathering cover, 25, one per store. This one's also a Magic the Gathering cover, one per store, $20. And then he had the first appearance of Winter Soldier. I've been looking for one of these for a long time, so I figured it's time to grab it. He had that one marked at 100. Detective Comics 526. In my mind, I was thinking this was the Brave and the Bold 200, first appearance of Katana. I grabbed it mistakenly. I just saw the gold and I just wasn't thinking. I was like, oh, I'll grab that for 25. A little bit overpriced. And then Jerry the Jitterbug kind of, you know, influenced me on this one. He had a Captain Marvel #75. It says ripped, as a rip right along there. But other than that rip, it's complete. The staples are attached. So that damage didn't bother me that much. Especially, he had it marked at 75, but he gave me a great deal on all of these. And then Adventures into Fear 17, and really nice higher grade, gorgeous cover. He had that one marked 15. And then he had Justice League of America #12, the first appearance of Dr. Light. I like any Teen Titans related keys. I thought that was an amazing key. He had that marked at 125. So let's add this up. 125, 200, 300, 325, 345, 340, 350, 360, 360, 420, 430, 438. No, we'll do 430, 455, 450, 460, 475, 480, 490, 500, 530, 540, 550, 560, 560, plus he said 30 on that. So 560 plus 30, so that's 590, and he said 300 bucks. 300 bucks. I mean, holy guacamole. That was like an awesome half cover. So instead of this was 6, this was 4. Maybe it was 400. No, I think it was $300. It was either 300 or 400. I think it was 300. I think he did half price. So he did, 6 on that, 4 on that, 6 on that, 15 on that, 12.50 on that, 10 on that, 30 on that one, 12.50 on that one, $5 on that one, 30 bucks on that one. That's why like 60 felt high, but I knew he was going to give me a good price. So at 30, definitely. 7.50 on that one, 10 bucks on that one, 12.50 on that one, 50 bucks on that one. I cannot believe. Now I have to get the other one that goes with it, the one with actual Winter Soldier. 37.50 on that one, which I thought was a great price, and 60 bucks or 62.50 on that. Amazing. So after he hit me with that price, I was like, all right, I gotta spend some more money. So I decided to grab Skydoll #1. I love the Sky. I love any storylines based on like robots or artificial intelligence. So I like the Skydoll series. They're basically animatronic love dolls that go a little awry and start killing people and stuff. Cool comic book. And so I was like, all right, let me buy this one for you for 20 bucks. He's like, no, take it for free. So he threw that one in. Streetside Anthony, he gives you great prices. You got to make it out to the Queen's Comic Party because you're going to get some cool stuff if he sells. You got to make sure he's selling because he's the person I love to buy from. So after that, that was amazing. Let's see. And then Kyle's like, you got to buy some stuff from me. He's my neighbor. He lives in the neighborhood. So he had 2 copies of Logan's Run #1. Absolutely love Logan's Run. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. George Perez artwork, so gorgeous covers. He had that one at 18, that one 20, so 38. He gave me the pair for 30. So I was really happy with that. And then, let's see. Joey sold this one to me for $5. The Ultimate Civil War Spider-Ham. Love Spider-Ham. So I had to get that one. And then just as I was walking out, a guy had a $2 box. So I just looked through it and I grabbed a couple of comic books for $2. Or maybe it was a $1 box, actually, I think. So I think these two were $1 a piece. I figured why not? Beautiful artwork. Can't resist the dollar bin. I'm trying to get more expensive though and less dollars. My wife rather see me spend like $1,000 on 10 comic books than $300 on like 2 long boxes. Just for space issues. Okay, let's go through this box. I am so stoked to go through this box. I've been waiting for a few weeks now. I know Thomas has been going kind of crazy waiting for me to open it because he wants to see my reaction because I think he added a little extra to it. So basically what happened was like a month or 2 ago, he watched one of my videos where I picked up a whole bunch of Gru comic books and he's like, I love Gru too. And then we were just talking about comic books in Argentina and all that. And I told him that I'm always looking for rare Ziggy stuff from Argentina because it's hard for me to get in the US. So we worked out. He picked up some Ziggy stuff for me, some Argentinian comic books, and some other really cool stuff. So I'm really excited to go through this box. I sent him Destroyer Duck #1, a pretty nice like near mint copy. Gru #1, which was like a very fine. It had a couple little ticks on the top and on the spine, but it was the nicest copy I had out of the 5 I had in the one box. Oh, and my friend Sean found him an Earthworm gem that he gave to me for a really good price so that I could trade it to Thomas. So this is the first of many trades. I think we're going to be doing a ton of trades over the years because I think he's excited to get cool stuff from the US. I'm excited to get stuff from Argentina. So this is going to be a ton of fun. All right, let's dig into this box. Ooh, yeah. I'm so excited to get into this box. I've been patiently waiting for weeks and it's driving myself a little bit crazy waiting for it. I opened it up just to make sure the interior hadn't damaged, and I showed Thomas that it arrived safely, and just a brick of fun. So this is all Argentinian stuff. Actually, no, I think he said there's some stuff. There might be like 1 or 2 comics from Brazil and possibly a comic book from Spain, because they would import, Spanish editions from other countries. All right, I cannot wait to make more trades with Thomas. I think this is going to be a regular relationship. The hard part is he wants more like key issues and stuff that'll be harder for me to find. And I'm more of a generalist. Like I want every Ziggy thing he can find or just any like foreign comic books, but it's worth it to me. I just have to figure out how to find the things he wants because they are kind of rare. Okay. All right. This first brick, I'm just looking at, it's peeking out here. Ah, man. He got me international Gru comic books. I am really, really excited. So we have that brick to go through, and then it looks like 2 smaller bricks underneath. All right, so I think we'll go through the smaller bricks, and then we'll go through that bigger one. Okay. Oh, this is so much fun. All right. Okay, so we have a brick here of Ziggy Argentinian cards and other assorted things. Everything's in Spanish. That is just American greetings printed in Argentina. That is super cool. I might have a few of these just because I have picked them up over the years. I think Mateus got me a whole bunch at some point. And I've found other people to help me out a few times. These are so cool. To me, what's fun about them is a lot of these are images that are in the US, but they're translated into Spanish. And then sometimes there'll be images that I've never seen before. And that's what's really exciting for me. Like this is just a fun painted image of Ziggy. And I have this on, I think it's in a calendar and in a greeting card. But then this is the Argentinian version, which is amazing. This is cool too. Yeah, I have so much fun with this kind of stuff just because I love Ziggy and it's just really fun, different Ziggy stuff. Or not different. A lot of these images I know already, right? So it's like just a different weird, I mean, it's weird to me because I'm not used to it, but just different. So that's why it's like a different dimension to me. It's from a whole other part of the world. Wow, that is so cool. Okay, these are super exciting because these I've never seen before. They're like, I guess, ruler things or like angle rulers. That is amazing. I've never seen a Ziggy thing like this before. So these are unique. And they're made out of plastic. Wow, that is super cool. Oh, and then he included a little sketchbook. That, I guess this must be like a local artist. Oh, that's really cute on the back cover. I like that illustration. Oh, I gotta look at this. Due North sketchbook. I guess it's all this one artist. I'm guessing it's a local Argentinian artist. I told him if he found like cool local stuff, I'd be interested in that. Just because I want to see things that I'm not familiar with, right? I want to see new art. And these are cute. Really nice illustrations. I really like this. Wow, this is fun. I love art books like this. I do collect them. So this I'm actually really excited to add to my collection. Yeah, this is awesome. I love this. Very cool. Wow, I love it. Okay, the first bundle was a ton of fun. Let's go through bundle number 2. Wow, I'm having a fun time here. That's like Christmas for me. Bundle number 2. I love the Ziggy stuff, but I almost love the sketchbook more just because it's, you know, different. I haven't seen the art before and it's beautiful. Okay, we have more Ziggy cards. That is amazing. One day I want to have my Google glasses that translate all these in real time. That one's cool. I love it. I just love that all these say, you know, they're printed in Argentina. That is amazing. Oh, these are fun little, like, 9-year-old party cards, I guess, for when you turn 9. This is fun. This one looks... See, these don't... In the US, most of them have dates. These do not have dates. That's a duplicate. Which is okay. Eventually, I'll have to try to find someone to trade with some of the Ziggy stuff. Ooh, this is like pad and paper, I think. Maybe not. I'm not sure. A lot of the stuff he picked up just from Mercado Libre, the local auction site. It's kind of like eBay, but in South America. Each country has their own site on Mercado Libre. I would like to find someone in Brazil who could find me some stuff. But for now, okay, these are all just, I think, random pages from a pad. These are cute. Love that one. I don't think I've seen that image before. And I haven't seen these sleeping ones before. Oh, these are cool. I don't know if these were individual paper or if they were originally like in a pad or something. Then this is a pop-up greeting card, I think. Which, I'm going to take it out so I can look at it. Because if I remember correctly, the US version, it just pops out the top. Like you fold it into a box. Yeah. So it becomes a box and then Ziggy pops out. So I've seen a US version of this. This is super cool. It still doesn't have the date though. I'm guessing these are all like early 80s though. Early to mid 80s. All right, I'm gonna put it back in the bag just so I don't lose the envelope that goes with it. Okay, we have more cards. All right, that's fun. Oh, these are fun. These are little, I don't know if they're Post-it notes or just, no, they're just mini cards. So maybe like place cards for a party or something. This is a fold-out card. I'm not going to attempt to read any of the Spanish because I don't speak Spanish. I just know very teeny bit. I can say, hola mi amigo de YouTube. I can say that. I can do a greetings. Okay, now we're getting into the big stuff. This is exciting. I think we have some comic books, which I remember a few, and a few I don't remember. And there might be one or two more bigger Ziggy items. Okay, I'm going to flip this up here. I'm going to move these over. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, we have Sergio Aragones, Gru el Errante, #1. So that's the Argentinian version of Gru #1. That's amazing. It looks like the Marvel version or the Epic version, but like a newish printing. So I'm not sure exactly what year that came out, but that is super amazing. Really happy with that. And then we have O Humor Intelligente de Gru o Errante. I'm probably murdering the Spanish. I'm not sure what country. I don't think this one was, maybe this one was Argentina. Not 100% sure. I know he said he got them from a couple different countries, so I have a feeling this one might be the Spanish one. That is really cool. I absolutely love these. Oh, and then this is cool. So this is Grunin. He said this is the Brazilian version, so I guess that would be Portuguese. And this one is like a larger format. So it's like all his artwork would be larger, which is super cool to me. And I like that he called him Grunin because they wanted to be kind of more like Conan. Wow, that one is super cool. I love that. And then we have #9, so that was #7, and then #9. Wow, I want a whole set of these. These are so cool. I gotta look at these. I gotta look inside. Grunin. Oh yeah, it's just like a much bigger version of all his artwork printed. This is a must for me. I have to get this whole set just to have the bigger, larger version of all this Gru artwork. Because I absolutely love Gru, and just getting it larger is amazing to me. Wow, that is so cool. All right, sweet. Really happy with those. And then #10. That is sweet. I think he said all these series don't have a ton of issues, so I don't know how hard it will be for me to complete it. I think he actually just, like a few weeks ago, got me a full set of these, I believe. So I might end up with duplicates of those. Oh, okay, there's stuff in here. Gotta pull out the Ziggy stuff. Gotta pull it out. Wow, these are so much fun. All right, what I love about this is the logo they have on these, where it's Super Ziggy. I've seen it a couple times from Argentinian cards, and I just love that. So this is just a big old, no, actually, I think it's a pad or a sheet of paper, then a big old card. Which, let me get it out if I can. No, that's just the envelope. So that is the card. So that's the front of the card. That is cool. I feel like I've seen this image on a Japanese Ziggy thing, but like on a pad of paper, not a big giant card like that. That is so cool. Okay, and then we have this. Oh, this is cool. So it's like a paper set with envelopes, but just on just like a big giant backer. I guess that's, you know, just to make it easier to sell. That is really neat. I might have a few like pieces of paper, but I don't know if I have a complete one with the card like that. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, Thomas, I had a ton of fun with this package. This stuff is so cool to me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the trade. Okay, this is really exciting. This is a package that comes from Steven from Germany. He said there's 2 items inside it. I think one's a comic book, and I'm guessing one thing might be a Ziggy item. Not 100% sure, but what I do know is I'm really excited to go through this. I love getting stuff from other countries. For me, international comic books, international pop culture feels like I'm going through a different, like a parallel dimension almost, because it's stuff I'm familiar with, but it's different. And to me, that's super exciting. Because, you know, I'm 46. I've been collecting my whole life. So seeing other versions of things that I'm familiar with but are different is so cool. It's like I'm 2 jumps over in the different dimension. I love the show Sliders. So when I get a package like this, it's kind of like an episode of Sliders. All right, really excited. I'm going to dig into this. Let's dig in. This is from Steven, all the way from Germany. I'm excited for this. I know he's been patiently waiting for me to open it. Okay, I see some kind of Spider-Man German comic book sticking out the top. Right, I'm excited. I can't tell you how much I love just getting international comic books. Just getting something that, you know, I've been collecting for so long that I've seen, like all the American stuff I've seen a bajillion times. So getting something from another country that's similar but different is amazing to me. Oh, this is cool. Ha! Okay. Oh, tape everywhere. Okay, right on the front here, we have a German Ziggy book, which I don't know if I have this one. I think there's 12 of them. I have a bunch of them, but I don't have all of them. So that's amazing. I love that. I love getting Ziggy stuff from other countries. Yeah, so I got that off. That is so cool. Amazing. Okay, and then we have... Oh, that's cool. So we have Die Spine, number 44. I can't speak German, but that is so cool. It's an awesome Mysterio cover. Love Mysterio. Wow, that is neat. So this, I think it's factory sealed. I don't know if I want to even open it up. I like kind of keeping things the way they are, but I also kind of want to open it up and just check it out. Okay, that is really neat. Thank you so much, Steven. I really appreciate that. That's amazing. Okay, I have another mystery package here. It comes from Tina from Washington. Tina leaves a comment on all my videos on the Pop channel and the comic channel, and I see them in the comments for Reggie Collects and a few other comic people. So I'm really excited to go through this package. I have no idea what's inside it, but this is fun. I love a good mystery. Tina, I really appreciate the package. Let me dig into it. This is going to be fun. All right, this package comes from Tina. I got it like a month ago. I think she's been patient with me, waiting for me to open it. I'm really excited to get in here, though. I love a good mystery. Everything looks packaged really well. This gift is better packaged than a lot of the stuff I order on eBay. Okay, we got a Gemini mailer right here with a little card. It says Sean on it, so I'm going to read that. Okay, all right, let's read the letter. It says, hello, Pop Comics. I just wanted to send you an act of kindness to say thank you for putting all positive content for the community. Keep up the great job. Regards, Tina K. Wow, okay, this is going to be fun. I can't wait to dig through the box. Okay, so this says... something I kept for years, not sure why, laugh out loud. It's like a skateboard magazine. It's very, very 90s looking. That's kind of cool. On the Edge. I'm guessing it was probably like a free magazine that you would have picked up at like a record store or like a sporting store. Oh, and I guess it has comics inside. Okay, that looks interesting. Oh, this is awesome. So we have Masters of the Universe Revelation, the Sergio Aragones cover. Wow. Thank you. That's amazing. Oh, a Spider-Woman #1. Wow. Wow. That is cool. Thank you so much, Tina. That was amazing. I don't have this one yet. I do have this one, but this one is pretty nice grade. I'm going to put it with my other one. I do like Spider-Woman. That is cool. Wow. Thank you. Okay, I think I'm ready to dig into this box. It's not a full box, but it's an expensive box. This is my Big Apple Comic-Con haul. I think I paid almost $3,000 for this box, and it's a lot of really amazing comic books. Stuff I'm really excited to pick up, and the kind of stuff I think I'm going to be collecting more of. All right, let's go through this box. This is going to be fun. Okay, so the very first things I bought at Big Apple Con was 3 books that my friend Sean found for me while he saw them and showed them to me as he was digging through. So we have Super Duck number 47. They wanted $10 for that, which is not too bad. Want to get more Super Duck issues, so I thought that was really cool. Sugar and Spike number 90. Love the Sugar and Spike. They're fun, cartoony covers. Enjoy these, and I would like to put a set together. So if I see them cheap, I'll grab them. That one was $8. And then I bought Topics, just April 3rd, 1950 for $8. Just a weird Golden Age comic book. It's 3 kids in a choir at church. I mean, it's not a topic that I normally collect, but I just thought it looked kind of silly, so I decided to grab that. You know, Golden Age stuff for $8. Why not? So that was a fun little purchase. The next purchase I made was I bought 2 comic books from Randy. He, first one I grabbed was this Black Cat number 26. He had it marked at 150, but it was over a 125 sticker. And I asked him what the best price he would do, and he offered it to me for 125. It's probably like a 3.0 maybe. It's just maybe a 3.5. It's the staples are attached. It's in relatively decent condition. You know, there's a little bit of creasing there and a little bit of foxing here, but overall the image is pretty good. So I was happy with that. I do want to get more Black Cat issues. They're hard to find cheap though. They're not expensive comic books. So that was 125. And then I saw he had some EC stuff. I decided to grab Weird Science number 8. He had it at 150. I tried to get for 125. We agreed on 135, and I was happy with that. It's in decent shape. I think it's like a 3.5, maybe a 4. The biggest problem it has is the spine is rolled. But I figure if I ever get, you know, if I learn how to properly fix that, I think that's a very fixable issue. And the rest of the issue, there's like a couple little chips out, but there's no major tears or creases. And that's really what I look for in like a slightly lower grade comic book. I want one where the main cover is in decent shape. It looks like maybe a couple minor tears right there, but overall the image is very clean and presentable. And I figure with a little bit of work, that spine could be fixed and it would be a nice looking copy. So I was really happy with that. Weird Science for 135, you just can't find them, and most of the cheaper ones are really beat up. So I thought that was a fair price for a decent copy. So I was really happy with that pair. 2 very cool comic books. The next comic book I picked up was a Mitzi number 1 from Harley Yee. He had it priced at 150. I asked him how much he would go down, and he gave it to me, I believe, for 135. I think he took 10% off. So I was happy with that. It's not bad shape. It has like a little bit of a tear right there. Actually, let's take it out. Like, it's one where I feel like it was in nice enough shape that I was happy to have it for my collection, because it's not an easy comic book to get in higher grade. And like, there's a little bit of like some kind of pencil mark on here, but I think with a proper dry cleaning, this would clean up really nicely. The staples are attached pretty well. You know, I don't think they were coming loose or anything. Yeah, attached pretty well. The colors are very vibrant on it. Nice looking copy, probably like a 3.5, maybe even a 4. So I think the price he gave to me for that was awesome. I love the illustration. She just looks really cute. I love the sweater and the colors, and just, it's a funny, you know, ice cream humor. But yeah, I loved it. I was really happy to get that. I want to get more of these early, timely Marvel type comic books. Just, you know, the superhero stuff from that age is so expensive, so it'd be just fun to pick up a bunch of like the romance and other genre stuff. Love that. So happy with that. Then my son and I went into the Artist Alley area, and we got 2 Fortnite comics signed by the interior artist. I'm not sure what his name was, but so he signed that one. It looks like Brown, so Reese Brown maybe. And he signed that one for us, so we got 1 of each. One's like a more expensive variant, I believe. And then he didn't have enough change, so I just said, you know, throw in one of the regular ones for $5. We'll just throw it in the collection, because I think that's like the B cover, or like a little bit harder of a cover. So those are super cool. Really happy. My son's happy to add more Fortnite comics to his collection. So those were neat. Okay, and then the next booth I went to was the Heroes Aren't Hard to Find. And they had a lot of really cool comic books for a reasonable price. So right now I'm really into Fiction House stuff. I'm trying to buy as much as I can for a good price. I had this copy, but the copy I have is in really bad shape. This one looked to be in pretty decent shape. Good mid-grade, like a 5.5 maybe even a 6. Colors are very bright. Her skin color looks good. There wasn't any weird like yellowing that a lot of these have. He had 150, so it's a little bit higher of a price, but it's an awesome cover, so I was willing to pay that. I tried to pick out all the higher grade ones because his prices were very reasonable. And then we had some funny animals, which I love these covers. I love you know, Captain Marvel Bunny or whatever his name is. I just thought this cover was fantastic. So $40 felt like a pretty good price. The condition looked pretty decent on that. And then I got Funny Animals number 28. Another gorgeous. I just love all the details and all the different little characters and stuff. Gorgeous cover. 35 bucks. Had to have that. Conga number 11 for 75 in decent shape. I just love the way her hair looks. She looks cute. We got the ferocious line. Awesome cover. They had Kanga number 1 in decent shape for 150. I should have grabbed it. I didn't realize it until I was editing the video. Probably would have grabbed it if I saw it today, but I'm happy with that one. And then we have Jungle Comics 155. Beautiful cover. Love that cover. Very cool cover. And then we have Conga number 5. Another beautiful cover. Just the illustrations on these are great. And then Funny Animals number 42. What did this all add up to? We got 2,500, 200, 200, 350, 425, 420, 450, 460, 4. So 500 total was the as priced, and I think he gave me 10% off, so it was 450. So this was like 36. This was 32. This was 68. This was 135. This was 90. This one was 67. 23. So yeah, fantastic prices. As he had it priced, I think these are better than if I bought them on eBay. So it's already a great price, and he gave me 10% off. Really happy with that. I cannot wait till the next big AppleCon. I'm going to probably buy a whole bunch more from him again. He's going to be my destination to go to the next time. Awesome combos. Really happy with those. Then I was looking around. There's one vendor I was looking for that had a bunch of really high-grade Fiction House stuff for a good price. The last time I went, last year. So I was hoping he would be there again. And he was. And he had a lot of issues still left. So I negotiated with him. You know, he has a 175. 175 for a very fine copy of number 110 is probably a great price. I'm not 100% sure if it is very fine, you know, because it's got a little bit of chip there. It's got a little bit of flaws. It might be a lot, you know, instead of like an 8.5, it might be like a 6.5, 7.5. Still a great price. It's hard to find these Jungle Con, this Fiction House stuff with their awesome covers in decent grade for a good price. They're expensive, and they really, the higher the grade, the higher the price jumps. So I knew I wanted to buy, you know, because I've been looking on eBay and striking out and not finding anything for the same prices they had. Not as marked. As marked, felt a little bit higher. He said if I bought a few, he would do 20%. I said, well, last time you gave me 30%. I did spend like $1,000. And he said, oh yeah, I remember you. I said, this time I want 40% off. He's like, I'm not sure. I said, I will spend $1,000 if you'll do 40% off. He's like, $1,000 before the discount or after? I was like, no, I'm going to hand you $1,000 cash. He's like, okay, I can work with that. So I don't know what the order is. I got up to, with the discount with 40% off, up to $1,575, and he gave it to me for $1,500. So he gave me another $75 off after 40%, which is awesome. And then I went back and I checked, I pulled out every dollar I had on me, and I think I spent another like, $500 maybe. So I think I ended up spending $2,100 with him. So as priced, it would have been a little bit more than 40%. So for instance, this is $175. He would have taken off $70. So this was $105. What a great price. So we have Jungle Comics number 110. This one he had priced at $200, so it cost me $120. He has it marked as a very fine plus. Might be there. There's some like tanning on the spine, but apparently tanning, like, you know, I look at that Conan, the tanning doesn't really bring the price down that much. So it could be a very fine plus. $120 though. Beautiful cover. I don't see any major damage or creases. Jumbo Comics 129, 120. Beautiful cover. It's got like a slavery theme, so I don't, you know, it's a little bit weird, maybe slightly racist or very racist, but illustration wise, this is a gorgeous cover. So that was 120. And then we have Fight Comics number 71. The white's pretty white. It's slightly tan on the edge. So that was like 120. Again, the prices, like these, you just can't find at these prices. You know, I try to win them on, you know, if they're graded, if they come out like a 7.5, 8.5 graded, these are $300-400 a piece. Jungle Comics 123. So I'm not 100% sure if they'll hit like an 8.5, but I think they're at least 6.5s, right? They might be a 7.5. They're decent quality. That's why I was willing to spend so much money because I knew the conditions were high and the prices were great for the condition. So we have Jungle number 123. Gorgeous cover. I just love the blue on this. And just the composition is great. Okay, and then we have Jungle Comics number 139. 48, 40, no, 50. So this one would have been $75. Wow, great price. Jungle Comics number 108. Another gorgeous cover. So again, like 105 on that. Awesome, awesome comic book. Yeah, I can't believe I was able to buy all these. I will be... I'm going to see what else they have left next time. I think I left a few issues just because I ran out of money. And like I said, that other vendor had Conga number 1. I kind of wish I grabbed it because I have, you know, from this guy, I grabbed a whole bunch. So this one he has Fine Plus at 150. I think the staple's attached there. The staple's a little bit odd. So this one has a little bit more wear, but overall still looks really nice. So Conga number 3. This one was $90. Awesome. Conga number 4. Decent shape. This one was $120. Conga number 6. This one is a fine, very fine. This one has a bit more wear on the spine, but he had this one priced at $80, so it was cheaper, and I got 36 off, $44. Great price on that. I would buy this again for $40. Jungle Comics 121. Awesome cover. I love the colors on this too. The red is really popping. A lot of the Fiction House reds kind of are more like this, where they fade to a little bit more orange. This color is fantastic on this one. So that one was 105, I believe. Yeah, 105 on that one. Awesome. And then Jungle Comics 132. This one was 120. That's an awesome cover. Love that cover. Jumbo Comics 142. This one was 105. Another awesome cover. And Jungle Comics number 131. This one was 40, 48, 910, 450. So this one was 75. Awesome price on that. Man, I got so many Fiction House comics this time. And we're not done yet. We have another handful. Okay, then the final handful. We have Jumbo Comics number 128. Awesome cover. This one they had marked at $250. So what did I pay on that? $150. $150. Great price. Very nice condition on this one. He's got marked very fine plus near mint. So yeah, definitely a very nice condition one. Jumbo Comics number 130. Another awesome cover. That one was 105, I believe. Jungle Comics number 90, so a little bit of a lower number, which is cool. It's going to be, once I start trying to get the issues under like 70, it's going to get really expensive. That one, this one says it has a beheading panel. I don't know. I couldn't find it inside. I figure it's in there somewhere. I got to look a little bit closer. But the condition is really nice on this one. This one was 120. Happy with that. Jumbo Comics 140. This one was 120. Just... what I love about the conditions on these is they're so clean that you really enjoy the artwork. There's no distraction at all. It's not just cool to have the comic book, but have the comic books in such nice grade. Amazing stuff. I cannot believe I own these. Jumbo Comics number 134. Another gorgeous cover. That one was 120 again. Jumbo Comics number 122. And that one was also 120. So yeah, I spent every cent I could on their booth. Just... I ran out of cash. Would have bought more if I had more. Just that's how cool these comic books were. I really look forward to the next one. I think the next one's in the fall. And I'm going to be looking for more Jumbo Comics and Jungle comic books and Fiction House stuff. New York Comic Con too. I'm just going to be on a hunt for as much Fiction House as I can get. That's kind of in higher grade for like $100 an issue. That's kind of what I was aiming here. Like 120 on these. 100, 120 for high grade. Awesome stuff. I just got to keep track of what I have so I don't get so many duplicates. I don't think I have any duplicates yet except for one issue I bought that was just a much better grade. But yeah, these are awesome. I am thrilled to own all these. Okay, this is an eBay purchase. This was 15 comic books. I paid $86.10. So that's like just under $6 a comic book. I don't remember. They might be in bad shape. They might be in good shape. I think this is more of like a shape gamble, where I assuming if they're in better shape, like 1 or 2 of the comic books probably pays for the whole lot. If they're in lower grade, like only like 3 O's or 2 5s, then maybe I paid the fair price on it. But I'm excited to go through it. Let's see if there's any gems in this box. Okay, this box, not too bad. It's in a box. a envelope in the middle with a little bit of padding on the side, so not too bad. It feels like they're not bagged and boarded, but that's okay. As long as they arrive in relatively good shape, I'm happy. Oh no, they're in bags, but no boards. But they're like big old, like sandwich bags or something. Okay, let's see. What did I pay? $5 something each? So we have a Tarzan. Don't know the number, but it looks to be in relatively decent shape. Actually, I'm actually really happy with that. I didn't buy it for this, but you know, if a lot of them are kind of this mid grade, this might be a 4 or 5, maybe a 5. I'm really happy with that. We got Andy Panda number 18. This one actually looks in pretty decent shape too. Just a little bit of creasing on the spine. New funnies, don't see the number, but the white is pretty white on this, which makes me happy. When you get an old comic book like this that's kind of white, I'm really happy because a lot of this stuff yellows. That is great. Wilbur number 46. Okay, that is cool. Spine's a bit rolled. I don't see any damage on it. Maybe is that, no, that tape's on the bag. I'm actually going to take this out of the bag to see the condition. Okay, get rid of that old nasty bag. I mean, a lot like this, I probably bought for a comic book like this. Now, the spine's rolled, and it has a few creases on it. So, it's probably like a 3.5 maybe. But it's a decent-looking 3.5. So, I'm actually really happy with that. I think the price I paid, the $5 or so, whatever. This, I think, in this shape would probably be 10 to 15. So, that pays for, like, you know, 20% of the value. So, that's really awesome. Really happy with that. Okay, we have Nancy and Sluggo number 22. That staple might be popped. Not too bad. Little Eva number 12. Really cute cover. You know, the kid had the hot pepper. She's using the fire hose. That's a cool looking comic book. I actually really like that. It does have, it looks in really good shape except for one little chunk out of the corner. That's pretty awesome. Okay, we have some more 10-cent Archies. Jughead number 16. That is cool. And that actually looks to be in decent. No, the spine might be split on the bottom. Actually, let me open that one up too. These bags are just like, I have to tear them open because they're all taped up and they're old and they're gross. Time to upgrade these into better bags. Kind of hard to get them out. I don't want to damage it, but it's so hard to get it out of here. Okay, there you go. Got it out. Okay, let's see. It feels slightly gritty. So it's not as glossy as some other issues, but there's no, like, there's some creasing, a little bit of tearing, but there's no big chunks out, and the front presents really nice. The spine does look like it's splitting a lot. I don't know if it's fully split because it feels like it's attached. Yeah, it's like splitting on the top bottom is very, that splash page is gorgeous. Look at the artwork on that. Beautiful. But yeah, it's a little bit torn there and there, so it's not mint, but I'm really happy with this. I think the condition is great because as long as the front cover looks very clean, there's no like big creases or rips, I don't mind the spine damage so much. So that is gorgeous. I think this issue would probably cost me 15 to 20 bucks. So that's like a quarter of the value right there. So when I buy a lot like this, I'm basically buying maybe the Archies and a couple others, and then I get this other stuff kind of as a free throw in. That I love this kind of stuff, but I don't go out of my way to get it. So it's just fun to get it extra when I buy a lot like this. Oh, Pep Comics number 100. Beautiful cover. This one looks like it has more creasing and damage. But this one I think would be worth more if it was in higher grade than the others. Open this up too. These all feel like they're like just the yellowing of the tape and everything. It's like they put them in these sandwich bags probably like 30 years ago or something. Okay, the back, I saw some little bit of gloss. So it's kind of glossy. It just creased. And this spine is split right here, but the staples are barely holding on, but they're holding on. It's almost split. That's pretty cool though. For $5, I'm actually really happy with that. I don't think you can get Archies like this for so cheap. And then you get the Katie Keene pages, which is the main reason why I would want the Pep issues. The artwork in here is beautiful. That is cool. Really happy with that. Even though it's falling apart, I think the price I paid is amazing. Very cool. Very happy. Okay, we have Cookie number 45. I would like to put this together too, because I think they're just fun, whimsical, goofy covers. And that one looks to be in actually pretty decent shape. I don't see any spine damage. No, I mean, there's, you know, some spine ticks or creases, but there's no rips. It's not detached. So that's probably a mid-grade 4 or 5 maybe. That is actually really cool. New funnies, don't know the number. A little bit of a spine roll, but it's not terrible. Lil Lulu, don't see the number, but that one's not in the best of shape. Woody Woodpecker's Back to School number 2. This is a big, thick issue. Some damage, but it's not terrible. Fun, though. New Funnies, I don't see the number. This one looks nicer. It's got like a little bit of a spine roll and crease right there. But overall, it looks like it's good. I'm going to put these all in new bags and boards probably in next week or so. Porky Pig, number 410. So that's probably a Del 4 color. Looks pretty decent, not too bad. And then Andy Panda, number 16. So I do love this cartoony stuff. So like if I bought this lot pretty much for the Archies and getting these kind of as throw-ins, I'm happy because I do want to put sets of these together. They're relatively cheap to buy. But I feel like the Cookie, that would probably be like $10. Jughead, probably like 10 or 15. So 25 on those two. And then... oh, it's Pep. Probably another 10 maybe just because it's lower grade. Maybe more because it's a beautiful cover. So 35, 40 maybe. 35 to 40. And then this is another 10, 15, 30, 45, 50, 60. So I feel like these are 55 to 60 for the 4. And then what do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 11 of the cartoony ones for like less than 20 bucks. That's actually a pretty decent deal. I would buy a collection like this all the time on eBay just because I get a couple of better, harder to find issues that are more expensive, and then just a whole bunch of cheap filler stuff for a little bit cheaper than even if I bought it by itself. Right? If I bought these all individually on eBay, they'd probably be $5 to $10 a piece. So getting them in a big collection like this is pretty awesome. I suspect this one might have a little bit more value too because it's just a little bit different and a little bit more unique. All right, awesome lot. Really happy with those. Okay, this is a package of 7 comic books. I paid $28.87. So just a little bit over $4 a comic book. It was more older comic books. I think it was some pretty decent comic books for the price. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, just inside it was 2 pieces of cardboard, kind of flimsy cardboard, pizza box. And then the comics were in a bag. Very amateur shipping, but I don't think any major damage happened, so I think we're okay. If this was like a $1,000 book or something, I would be freaking out. Okay. All right. Let's get these. Oh, we gotta flip them. Okay, this is fun. We have Fox and Crow number 87. I would like to put a full run of these together. Been slowly working on that. Not too bad, actually. It's probably like a 3.5 to maybe a 4. There's a few spots, like some foxing, but other than that, it's actually pretty nice shape. Actually really happy with that. Jerry Lewis number 90. Really fun cover. Love that one. Probably like 3.5 to 4, so that's not too bad. The spine's a little bit more beat up than I normally would like, but it's not too bad. Jerry Lewis comic books are so hard to get in good shape. Okay, and then we have a 12-inch Archie Jughead 137. Not too bad, like a 3.5 to 4 again. Really happy with that. Life with Archie number 54. Awesome cover. I love this cover. You got Betty on some kind of weird contraption chair. I don't know if they're trying to kidnap her. It does have a little bit of a scratch right there. Yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer. Interior looks really fun, though. Really awesome artwork. That cover is really good. So it's only that damage right there. That's the thing with comics like this. If there's a damage on a main character, it kind of bothers me. The other stuff doesn't bother me as much. So that one, I'll eventually have to upgrade. We have Melvin the Monster. Really fun, cartoony monster cover. That one, let's see, the issue number 6 from 1967. In pretty decent shape. It's probably like a 4.55 maybe. That is awesome. I think that was actually a really good price on that. Melvin the Monster number, what number is that? Number 3. And this one is in pretty decent shape too. Probably like a 4.5 to a 5. A little bit stained right there, but I don't see any major damage. Just a little bit of spine ticks. Might even be a 5.5. That one's really nice. Dennis the Menace number 87. This one's a little bit lower grade. So yeah, overall, I am happy with that. I think maybe except for that issue. But like this issue alone probably costs like 10 bucks. So that's like a third of the value. Everything else then would drop down to a couple bucks each. Really happy with that stack. Okay, this package has 2 comic books in it. I think one I won for $15. One I won for $10. So it's about $30 total with shipping. So like $15 each kind of. I think one was a little bit more beat up than I probably should have bid on, but I got it for a price that I thought was cheap. And the other one looked like it was in pretty good shape. So I'm pretty excited to open this package. Just open it up. Okay, so it is a comic mailer. So we are good, I think, hopefully. Okay, we have a nice Wilbur, number 55. A little bit higher number, but still a beautiful 10-cent Archie from probably the late 50s. Has a little bit of a creasy mark there. Actually, I'm going to take out the bag just to look at it closer. I love just buying, anytime you can get a 10-cent Archie in at least like a 4 or 5 maybe, for under 20 bucks, I am happy. I'm going to collect as many of those as I can get at that price before I'm forced to start paying really high prices for the earlier issues. Those are going to be expensive. Yeah, there's a slight bit of gloss. There's like a little bit of a stain of some sort right there. But overall, it's very presentable. I definitely think it's probably like a 4 or 5. Because there's no major damage. Just a little bit of spine ticks, a little bit of soiling. And just that 2 little bits of crease. I think that still fits in a 4 or 5. I don't think it's a big enough damage to really knock it down. Yeah, that's a gorgeous comic book. Love that. Okay, and then we have Millie the Model, number 80. This one I knew was in a little bit lower grade, but these are a lot harder to get. And this is a Dan DeCarlo cover, so it's kind of like Archie artist moving over to Marvel, which is kind of neat to me. So yeah, this one, it's torn there, but the rest of it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I'm actually really happy with that too, because this was, I think this is the one that was 15 and that was 10. So like with another $2.50 each for shipping. Interior is not too bad, a little bit tanning. But yeah, that's a really fun comic book. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I want to add more to my Millie the Model collection, but these are a little bit more expensive than the Archie stuff. So I've been slowly going after it. It's not something that I've put a lot of energy into, just because I know it's going to be expensive. So every once in a while, if I can find one that's like 10 bucks, 15 bucks, that's not in too bad of shape, I am thrilled with that. Yeah, so that's really awesome. Okay, this is another eBay package. This package came from Canada. It was 6 French comic books. They look kind of interesting. I think they're a little bit older. I kind of want to collect more international comic books just for the fun of it, just because I like getting stuff that's a little bit different than what I know. And I thought these had pretty cool covers, and the price was, what, like $3.50, $4. So the price of like a brand new comic book for $4 cover price. So it was less than that per comic book. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. I don't know much about these, but I figured they'd be fun to open up on a video. All right, let's open this package and see what's inside. Okay, inside they are taped in a magazine bag. So hopefully everything just pops out once I open up the plastic. Okay, it's magazine boards. Oh, these are smaller than I thought they would. They're like little teeny things. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I pulled the whole stack out of the plastic. So it's a series called Superboy. It's in French, and I think they're from the early 60s because they're all marked like 1961, 1960. And I don't know if they're reprints of older comic books. They might be. The artwork's fun though. It's like a superhero astronaut dude or something. Not 100% sure. I just thought they looked kind of neat. It says something about 1949, so I don't know if it's a reprint in the early 60s of some stuff from the 40s. This cover is super cool. It's an astronaut in space. And again, it's like space themed. I kind of like sci-fi stuff. This one is like a crashed spaceship, Argos 9. That's a pretty awesome cover, actually. These are cool. I might have to try to get some more of them. Because this is like number 126, 133. So obviously there's like over 130, 40 issues. So that's super neat. Oh, I like this one with like the cool like radar tank. I don't know if they're on another planet. They're in spacesuits. Maybe they're on Mars. That is super cool. And then this one, he's in space. He's got kind of like the manga lines, but in the 60s. That is cool, yeah. When I talk about feeling like I'm buying stuff from a parallel dimension, this is like even farther out because it's not any character I know, but I kind of connect with it a little bit because I recognize the space themes. Those are super neat. I'm really happy with those. Woo! That was a ton of fun. I love doing the comic videos. I really have so little space in the office right now. I really need to figure out a way to do these more often because it fills me up with so much joy when I do the comic videos. And I really would like to do a lot more of them. All right, thank you so much for watching. Bye.